slash formal makeup look. I really wanted to play with some glitter. I haven't worn glitter on my eyes in a very long time, or glitter in general. So I decided to play a little bit. I used the new Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, and it's beautiful. I love this. I know why people are obsessed with this now. A lot of people talk about this in the beauty community, and it's just amazing. And I think they came out with 3 new shades. This is the shade Ballet Baby. So if you want to see how I created this look, then let's get started. Okay, so starting out by priming the eyes with the LORAC eyeshadow primer, and then setting my eyes with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores translucent powder. I like setting my eyes with translucent powder rather than an eyeshadow. I just think it makes it a little bit smoother. And I'm using the Naked Smoky palette by Urban Decay for the crease colors in this look. And I'm going to start by taking this transition shade and putting that above my crease. This is just going to help blend out all of the colors that we put on after this. And I will have all of the shade names that I use listed in the description box. And I decided that I wanted to use tape after I had already started, so I just added this tape. And what I do is I connect the outer corner of my eye to the tip of my eyebrow, and this is just going to help keep the shadows in a symmetrical and crisp line. So taking this dark brown, I think it's called Whiskey, and I'm putting this directly into the outer corner of my crease, making like a V shape. I want the glitter to be on the first like half of my lid, so I really don't care if I have too much of this shadow on the inner corner. I want to focus it all on the outer corner. And I went back in probably 3 or 4 times to deepen up the shade to get it to the intensity that I wanted, because I wanted it to be really deep and dark. I'm going back over and using the transition shade to blend that out, just in case any of it was lost while adding the darker shade. Then I'm going to go in with the black, and I'm taking that on a smaller, denser crease brush. This is just going to allow you to be more precise with your placement. And I'm putting that the same place that I put the Whiskey color. It's just going on the outer corner in the outer V. And this color is actually really intense, more intense than I thought it would, so I did not need a lot. And I went back in with Whiskey to blend it out, and then again with the transition shade to make sure none of that was lost. I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape, best concealer ever, and I'm using that just to clear a space on my lid and kind of map out where I want that glitter to go, which again is just on like the first half of the eye, and I do want it to go all the way up to the crease. So I'm going to do that on both eyes. And then I'm going to take a glitter glue, because this pigment that we're using does have glitter in it, so even though it's a liquid, it could still have some fallout of glitter. So using a glitter glue is just going to ensure that you don't have glitter all over your face. So I'm taking the Stila Magnificent Metals in Ballet Baby. It's so pretty, and it was so easy to work with too. Then I wanted to be a little bit extra, so I took this Ulta glitter top coat in Fairy Princess, and while the shadow was still kind of wet, I went ahead and tapped this on top of it just to add some extra glitter. To blend everything together, I went in with the Whiskey shade, and I just blended that right on that edge where the glitter meets the shadow until it faded into one another. Dusting away any excess glitter. It didn't have a whole lot of fallout, but just want to make sure you don't have anything on your face. I'm using One Heck of a Blot by Soap & Glory Primer, and also the Catrice Prime and Fine. I'm going to use the Prime and Fine where I have some enlarged pores, because this helps to kind of blur that. And then the One Heck of a Blot I used to control oil, as well as keep makeup on as far as my foundation. Because obviously for prom or formal events, you want to make sure your foundation obviously looks flawless, doesn't get oily, and stays on all night. I am using the LORAC Cover Lock Foundation and the Fiona Stiles Matte Finish Foundation. LORAC gives the best coverage, and I like the finish of the Fiona Stiles foundation, so I mixed the two to create my shade. The LORAC Cover Lock Foundation has the best coverage ever, and again, the Fiona Stiles foundation the finish is just amazing. So these two together are great. They don't have SPF, so they're not going to provide any flashback. Again, Tarte Shape Tape. I always want to say Shart. Does anybody else? How can you not? Best concealer ever. I don't think I use anything else. And I am just putting that underneath my eyes, on my forehead, down the center of my nose, and then the center of my chin, just to highlight and add a little bit extra coverage. Again, with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores, this powder just gives like a really nice finish. It just kind of blurs everything out. And I'm setting my under eyes to make sure they don't crease, and I'm just setting around my nose and anywhere that foundation tends to break up, just because again you want to make sure your makeup lasts all night. For bronzer, I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's just really beautiful. This is the darker of the two shades, and I think it just looks really natural and gives a really pretty glow. I'm using the Fiona Stiles Sheer Sculpting Palette in light medium, and I'm taking the two lightest shades to contour, and I'm just going to put a little bit of contour right under my cheekbones and along my forehead, and also down the bridge of my nose. I just think contouring looks beautiful in pictures. It gives your face some structure, some color, some dimension, and I just think it's really flattering. For blush, I'm taking Tarte Amazonian Clay blush, and this is in Exposed. It's a really pretty like neutral, kind of like not bronzy, but kind of like a bronzy mauvey nude, and I just wanted to keep the face natural, nothing too busy or colorful, just because the lids are glittery and I don't want to take any attention away. I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Precious Petals. It's so pretty. This is so underrated at the drugstore. It's like $3 or $4, and it's just beautiful. Highlighting my cheekbones just to make sure they pop in pictures. Looks beautiful. I'm going to take this white shade and just go ahead and highlight the brow bone. I didn't want to use a shimmer shade. I wanted to go with something matte, again, to not take away from the glitter. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take the same steps that I did for the lid, and I'm going to take the transition shade and then the whiskey color. Not going to take the black color because I don't want it to be too intense, but I'm just going to smoke that out on the lower lash line. And I'm going to quickly powder my face anywhere that didn't get any blush or contour or anything like that, just to make sure everything is set. I'm using this Maybelline lip liner. It's in 105 Nude Whisper. This is beautiful. This is one of their new lip liners. It goes on really smooth, and this color is just like the perfect nude. And then for lipstick, I'm using the Maybelline matte lipstick, Matte Nudes in Peach Buff. And for gloss, I had to do a glossy lip. I'm obsessed with glossy lips. I'm using the Buxom lip gloss in Blushing Margarita. This is plumping, so it does tingle, but I like that, but just be aware. And I'm using the Studio Effects Ardell Wispies. These are like the Demi Wispies, but a little bit more full. Using the Benefit Roller Lash, I'm just giving my bottom lashes a coat of mascara.
I'm curling them all together just to blend my real lashes with the falsies and putting on a little bit of mascara and eyeliner. I just like tight lining. I think that it just makes the lash line look thicker, more full, and just seamless. Like, I don't like when there's skin coming through, so I just prefer to tight line. Obviously, you don't have to. I'm going to add some mascara to my top lashes, again, just to help blend the falsies with my real ones. And then I'm setting with the Midnight Final Seal. This is literally the best ever.
And this is the final look. I really like how it came out. I hope you do too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.